Well, I would have to say this, that the population that classifies itself as white is in a very poor position to go on and on and on and on, focusing on the sexual misconduct, so-called, of black people and black men in particular, because the system of racism, white supremacy, which is 500 years old, was founded upon the sexual abuse of black men and black women. And one of the tragic things about the system of racism, white supremacy, is that people who classify themselves as white have little or no self-insight. They have no awareness, no conscious awareness, or they engage in great denial about their own behavior. See, were they to really hold a mirror up to themselves and focus on what we have done in establishing a system of racism, white supremacy on this planet, and a major aspect of that system, certainly in its phase of formal enslavement of black people, of African people, was sexual abuse. Many of the early presidents were slaveholders, sexually abusing slaveholders. Thomas Jefferson, sexually abusing Sally Hemings, fathering children by her. So they are really not the persons who should be laboring and going on and on talking about sexual abuses on the part of black people. And not to mention everything that we have learned in the last half-century about the sexual abuse of children that has taken place in the Catholic Church. And most of these being white male persons sexually abusing male children of all colors. And interestingly enough, I think this past week or this weekend, the University of Virginia, I believe, has closed down its fraternities because of sexual abuse or rape that has taken place. And so all of the fraternities, I believe it's the University of Virginia, all of the fraternities have been closed down. And I understand that that is taking place on other college campuses. And these are predominantly white institutions. So we could be focusing on that and think about the Democratic Party. And everyone is focusing on Hillary Clinton possibly running for president for the Democratic Party in 2016, in which case Bill Clinton will be going back into the White House with all of his history of sexual abuse and sexual abuse in the Oval Office. So if people who classify themselves as white would have the courage to look in the mirror and look at their own behavior, not only would it be a healthier thing for them, but it would be a healthier thing for the world if they would be focusing on, well, let us focus on ourselves. Let's focus on the 500-year history of our behavior in establishing a system of racism, white supremacy, and what have we as white people done in the arena of sexual behavior in the 500 years of this history. That would be a very healthy thing. It would be like drug addict confronting the fact, I am addicted to drugs. And that would be the first stage of the person beginning to heal.